Teddy Feinberg, Brook Stockburger, Teddy and Brook, the NCAA Tournament Edition. We're ready. Aggies go to the NCAA Tournament 3 times in 4 years. That's an awesome number for their school.
Oh, it sure is. It's something we're starting to expect every year, which is a good thing. It's a great thing. Now they just get over the hump and get that first win in the NCAA tournament. It's been, almost 2 decades since they've done that. Yeah. So, they play today as this is on the computer.
They play St. Louis. Game time's at noon Mountain Time. It's on TNT if you're watching this early in the morning here. Obviously a great number, 3 times in 4 years. You can't argue with those results. I mean, I understand, to a degree the WAC is definitely, it's weaker than years past, but the Aggies are getting the job done and it needs to be recognized.
No, they sure are. You can only do, as the cliche goes, play what's in front of you, play your schedule. And they're doing it, they're winning, they're getting the automatic qualifier. Good for them.
And they've recruited great athletes here. They completely overpower their conference. Now they move on to the tournament. They're playing St. Louis. St. Louis had a great year, although when we consider, again, 3 of the last 4 years under Coach Menzies, Michigan State, Indiana, this is clearly the best matchup they've had. I give them a 4-10 chance to pull off the upset as a number 13 seed.
Yeah, that sounds about right. St. Louis is maybe the best matchup they've had. But St. Louis is a tough team. They have a couple 6'11" guys that can both shoot as well. They play real tough defense, kind of like the Aggies do. They rebound real well, kind of like the Aggies do. It's going to be a fun affair. I think it'll be a close game.
I'm not worried about the Aggies' defensive system. I mean, when we're talking guys like Daniel Mullings, Bonja C on the wings, I don't think St. Louis has seen 2 athletes like that this year. Sim Bular, I know they haven't seen a 7'5" center. Defensively, the Aggies can lock it down. The question I have is efficient offense. The Aggies have had games this year where they've gone 5 to 10 minutes without a field goal. I don't think they can afford that against St. Louis. No. They at least need to put the ball in the hole. Not an incredible rate, but they need to play more efficiently, make their free throws, make some timely 3-pointers. They can get the W. If they go through a big scoring drought, I don't like that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good thing, and I think it would get in their head too. Like, oh, here we go, we're going to lose another first-round game. I think this program has developed to the point where it's like, well, just getting there isn't good enough. We want to win, and the players are obviously like that as well. But yeah, playing a tough team still, like you said, it's not necessarily the programs they've met before, but it'll be a lot of fun.
3 times in 4 years. First time you're kind of taking in the sights and sounds. Second time you're kind of rehashing what you did the first time. Third trip, now you know what to expect. You're an experienced program. I like the fact they play the early game. I think they can do it. 4-10. That's a pretty good percentage for.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure is.
Let's move on to the Bulldogs. We got to flip through topics here. Las Cruces High won the state tournament in boys basketball. Big ups to William Benjamin, a former Aggie. 4th year with the program, very senior, heavy team. Chemistry was good. They beat Clovis in the state championship.
Yeah, they sure did. They went up to the pit and won the game. First time like you said, the program's won in quite some time. So it's really good for the Bulldogs to come home, bring that trophy home.
They beat La Cueva in the quarterfinals. They beat former head coach Mike Smith and Hobbs in the semifinals, and then they smoke job Clovis for the championship. Cruces had a great team. Good job, guys. 3 burning questions. This is my favorite time of the show. Brook, would you like to ask the first?
Sure. Will Las Cruces repeat as the boys champions next year? I'm going to say, since you just said they were senior heavy, they're going to be kind of young and inexperienced. I hope they do, but I'll say no.
They have some talent coming back, but there are also some big shoes to fill starting in their backcourt. Joe Guard's a great point guard. He's gone. Tough to replace that point guard position. They'll be good. I don't want to say they won't repeat because that's just rude, but it's going to be very hard. Will Aggies repeat as WAC champs in 2014? Yes. The WAC is depleted. They're facing the likes of Chicago State, Texas Pan Am, Grand Canyon, who just hired Thunder Dan Marley as their head coach. But the Aggies will repeat next year.
Yeah, I think so too. WAC is depleted, like you said. That's the word, depleted. And the Aggies, Sanjay Bay will be back, and they're coming into their own as the season progresses. The younger guys are really coming into their own. They lose a couple seniors, but not too much, and they're experienced team.
We like them. That would be 4 trips in 5 years. Maybe we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Final 4, I got Louisville, Ohio State, Florida, Indiana. That's the same bracket as Obama and our digital editor Lucas Pierman. So let's do it.
I got Louisville as well, but I have Wisconsin beating Ohio State to go to the Final 4. Georgetown, Miami, and I have Louisville beating Miami in the final.
It's such a weird tournament. Anything can happen. The Aggies, I mean, they can beat St. Louis. They go out and they beat Oregon or Oklahoma State. Who knows?
There's always upsets. You just don't know who's going to pull the upset.
That's exactly right. That's what makes it fun and frustrating if you do a bracket. Folks, thanks for checking us out as always. At Teddy Feinberg, at B Stockburger, Sun News Sports Facebook, lcsun-news.com. Have a great day.
See you later.